earlier monthly melee. Gibraltar is going to be the battlefield here. It's going to be Cloud9 taking up the defense mantle first.
Yeah, defensively, looks like it is, pretty similar to what we see in a lot of defenses here. I'm going to kind of take eyes on where Wolf wants to set up. And I think if you're going to run the Ana here, it's probably going to be on the high ground, not necessarily a server room defense. It's going to be interesting to see if they run short for with the supports up top, too, as kind of the bodyguard. It's something they've done before, and if you don't really have the kind of the dive composition to get up there and deal with this, where they're setting up on supports, and they are setting all of them up on high ground at the bodyguard, it does become hard to break in. But it looks like Liquid wants to run pretty standard and just force them off the high ground by just putting constant pressure on the payload.
The interesting that Liquid here, where we haven't seen a lot of teams run it as of late, they're not going with the Hanzo. They're going a little bit more tried and true. For all their pickoff power, they're putting their hopes and dreams in ID. And why not? ID definitely plays a good Roadhog, can get those early pickoffs, but I think Liquid, more than anything else, just wanting to go for a little bit more of consistency.
Yeah, they're running all of these tanks. So like, I was reading some threads and people did not know that Rafa had come from Quake and was starting to play Overwatch. So people wanted to see him onto Pharaoh, but they're not really running those kind of Quake-esque characters. I mean, I guess Rafa is going to run the Zarya, so maybe a little bit of lightning gun action coming in, but they're just going to roll take top very easily as the defense is in this very passive position.
And this is pretty much part of the course here for Gibraltar, where teams used to do a little bit more poker layout and back out, but then they realized that they're still exposing themselves to early Roadhog hooks, so they're going to make ID work for it if he goes in, but Kai doing a great job of building up the charge early on, laying a pretty surprising Zarya poke here. Trying to build the Graviton as quick as possible, as both teams just trading back and forth. ID still looking for that on-point first pick.
Well, the fight does break out as the charge comes in through server room, but Rafa is the one who punishes Kib, or Rib rather, for that push, and Mendo very far out of position, does have to get the bubble to get helped out. They do sleep Minstrel, but they wake up. So far, no kills for the side of Cloud9. They're going to boost in.
ID has been goose-egged right now, not really getting a whole lot hook-wise. AZK, though, able to get to that backline, takes down Kai with that nano boost. And even without the Roadhog contribution here, Liquid's still getting the pickoffs they need. They're pushing C9 back, and C9 having trouble reestablishing, but here comes Mendo, coming at the nano boost. Death Blossom takes down AZK, doing damage to the backline, will survive the hook from ID, and it's at the last moment, C9 able to find their second win, and they push Liquid back after what was a very grindy push coming out from Liquid.
Yeah, it's not even just the damage that you get with the Ana ultimate on your boost. It's you're unkillable for the most part. That hook combination should mostly eliminate heroes. He's able to live through it. The survivability cannot be underestimated, which is why Reaper with that Ana boost is so powerful, because one of the only ways to stop Reaper overall, when he's doing all of his Reaper things, Death Blossoms, is just kill him. And you can't kill him when Ana's boosting him.
Indeed, and you take a look at the back right now. Surefour more than willing to just sit here in the back with Ana. Almost a crossfire defense on his own, but hang on. Surefour, he's going for opportunity right now. He's going off on what could be... Right now, he had to get off there just because of the rotation. He's like, I think they're going over there, and he was right. So he's going to back off. It was good calls there from C9 to avoid that rotation coming in from Liquid.
AZK just
and now the offense and defense almost changing positions right now, but Mendo, first pick off on the ID. ID still having some trouble on those hooks. And Surefour not going to get what he's looking for. Rafa taking him out. No Deadeye value there, and it's 5 kills here from Liquid, so their sneaky flank around the side is going to work out, and they should be able to take this point.
We always talk about like all of this absolute FPS god play that Liquid has on this roster, but at the end of the day, it's the old steadies who've been on this team forever in Mez and AZK. You know exactly what you're going to get out of them. Rock solid all the way through. Mez able to clean up that fight for them with his Ana boost on the Reinhardt, making big plays. AZK again shows up on his Reaper. So yes, they have so much talent. Everyone on this team has histories in different games, but for the most part, when they need plays, it's been those two who are the most steady players on this team.
Speaking of momentum going into the next fight, you take a look here at Team Liquid. They have Sound Barrier, they have Earthshatter, Graviton, and Death Blossom all at the ready. Rafa just looking to set up his team here. Holhog going to be breaking down the Reinhardt shield, leading the way. Counter Graviton, though, in here from the defense, and C9 not falling to set. Mendo in the backline, Death Blossom out with the nano boost, ends up taking out 2, including his Reaper counterpart on the other side. Elbows Mezar in the face. And it will be C9 winning this ult showdown. Liquid was in a great position there, and they just weren't able to capitalize. And now, as a result, C9 might be bunkering in for a very long hanger defense.
Yeah, it started off pretty decent for Liquid. They got a couple kills. Your Shatter was nice, but Mendo again just gets that boost, gets the Death Blossom going, able to take down 3 there single-handedly, bringing him back as the Reaper. Right now, most of the ults were used in that last engagement, so it's only Rib with an Earth Shatter up to Hang's almost there, though, so an on boost for Liquid could be incoming.
Rib right now was on the high ground, drops down, is definitely looking for the Earth Shatter, but can't really force it, but he's going to go for it anyways. Only knocks down Rafa in the back. And here comes C9 trying to capitalize on that. Sound Barrier going to stymie them, and the counter engage right now coming in from the side of Liquid.
Yeah, I did force out the Sound Barrier at the very least with that Earth Shatter, so that's okay. They don't get a ton from that charge onto their Reaper. It's been bloodless for a while.
It was bloodless for a long time. AID able to save AZK there from that charge. And I'll note, by the way, ID is on the McCree now, swapped off the Roadhog, didn't like what he was getting. Still kind of bloodless on both sides, even though Liquid is getting a little bit more of the momentum here. Both teams being very cautious about giving up picks. Mendo going to the back line, but going to get slept immediately. Doesn't get what he's looking for. Still in and around just because of that extra durability, though, as C9 comes with the defensive Graviton.
Yeah, they're getting the kills now, too, as Mendo looks to clean up, but it's Kai actually using the finishers on a couple of people as well. The deep dive in from this tank, but Rib's not getting punished for it as Kai's got his back, gets a shield. They do kill up on the chase, so a bit of a junk rush, though, as Liquid's going to have most of their ultimates up for this next push, but it's getting down to probably their last push. Maybe you just wait even a little bit longer and try to get it with a Sound Barrier, because they have 3 heroes who are 20% away.
This is the final attempt coming out for Liquid. They need to get through second on this push. There is no other alternative. Minstrel, though, doesn't have the Sound Barrier up just yet. ID getting picked off. And this is a rough go right now for the side of Liquid. They're going to have to run into this 5v6. AZK going up to disproportionately carry. Nano boost up on him, going to the back line. Death Blossoming all the while. Takes down Kai. But that's all he gets off that. That's a heavy contribution just to take down Kai. And C9 still has outs here for defending this as Surefour in over the top. Has Deadeye at the ready. Now what is he going to do? Is he going to fight ID in the one-on-one or look to take out people down below? I think, take a look at Liquid here. They're more than content to just back out and regroup, not get the full wipe, and try and maybe get another 6v6 in before it is all said and done.
Yeah, they are going to have one last fight here, this time with the Sound Barrier instead. And yeah, earlier that target selection to try to take down Kai with the Death Blossom was strange, to say the least. Both Earth Shatters come down.
Rib, nice Earth Shatter knocking down 2 to start things off. Mendo following through on that into the back line. Death Blossom out while he's in the Graviton, still takes out 2, but lack of mobility, not a factor for him there, as C9 going the hold right here in the hanger phase. And Hex, I gotta say, if there was a moment where this game was really won, where Liquid lost their great opportunities, when you had both teams ultimates versus ultimates right in the middle, where Liquid had just capped first. The fact that they lost that fight, the fact that C9 was able to win there, is really what told the story of this game.
I would agree. There was also the moment where they had everything going and probably about a minute or 2 minutes left, and they lost their McCree on the entry, and that just really slows them down. McCree's not going to be able to reinforce quickly, so like they took too much damage and took deaths before they even wanted to fight a couple of those times too. So pretty easy win condition right now for Cloud9. Yellow box of victory, just shy of the shuttle phase of the game. So if you're Liquid, you may be trying to just bank on we need a first point hold, which is not unheard of on Gibraltar.
No, it's not unheard of at all. We've seen teams hold there plenty of time, but you got to think the way C9 is playing right now, not only do they have the momentum in this matchup, I just feel like they have the momentum mentally as well. They've been playing so much better from today compared to yesterday. I think just it's more time with this roster that they're trying out. Remember, disclaimer to all those who are watching, this is not the final new C9 roster. Kai's been really clear on that. They are trying out these 3 players, but I gotta say, I'd be really surprised if Rib wasn't with them in the long term, if he enjoys playing with them. He's been doing great. I think it's more questionable with Mendo and Wolf. It's not even based on their gameplay, it's just a matter of, are they going to gel with the rest of the team? Will they get along? But if they do get along, this could be the beginning of something really promising for C9.
I completely agree, and I mean even in a smaller scale, yesterday they got better game to game. Like it is really, you can notice that they're getting better. Their calls are cleaner, their communication is crisper game to game as it goes on. So they are leveling up at the same time. And I gotta say, just even the sets tonight, Mendo's Reaper has been the best Reaper we've seen the last couple days. He's getting more value out of it than anyone else. I mean, you look back and Shadowburn did not have the best games on Reaper. AZK with a questionable Death Blossom trying to just take out Zarya, which is maybe not the best target there either. So Mendo's Reaper has been great for them, and in this current meta where Reaper is that important, he's been great on it. So they're going to run an offensive Hanzo here though, but they are still going to run a Reaper. This time it's Short.
Yep, Surefour will be on the Reaper, and I think this is the case where a lot of times teams want to run a Reaper no matter what. Yeah. And the other DPS spot, of course, being taken up by this Hanzo. So Mendo going to be playing the Hanzo roulette. Will he get the early pickoff that he is looking for? We're going to find out here in just a moment, as he does land that early headshot on the Zarya. So Mendo starting out the poke game pretty well, moving around the left side, and again, he's just looking for that good scatter arrow, but he's going to get met by the sleep dart instead. So he's had this for a little while, and Liquid pushing the advantage. They have the Mei wall. They go right in the C9, and Rafa getting first blood in this game right on the rib, leading the way. What a great shot calling from Liquid to go right in on this. They have to be careful not to overextend, but they've bought themselves a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I thought they could have got a little bit more. There was a couple of nice freezes there, not necessarily the follow-up, but the Mei play has been good so far. They just needs to be a little more coordinated on target focusing as well, but Short4 is coming in. They are going to be full force now. Mendo just kind of left alone to his own devices up top. They're going to have to deal with it. AZK coming in, though.
AZK is moving in, nano boost on him, and C9 doing a great job of not dying to this. He's running around, super electrified, doesn't get what he's looking for, and here comes the Graviton from Kai Surefour walking up, and the Graviton, or the Dragon Strike is in. The Dragon is sated. Mendo with the triple kill, 4 fall through there. And C9 with that combo, they're going to buy their way directly into the hangar phase.
I guess Mendo Mez got stuck inside a wall at some point in time. Some stranger things happening there. As Rib goes for the Earthshatter, does not connect with it, but now it is just a bloodbath. Very brawly down there, but Short4 gets the boost, looking for the cleanup as they've gotten a couple kills. Only AZK with a kill for the side of Liquid, and they are getting rolled over right now. However, they do have like one last fight to stall this out, and they're going to have ult advantage. Liquid needs to show up on defense, otherwise this map's over.
And as you see, Liquid is coming right back in. They do have the Mei Blizzard at the very least, and a Sound Barrier, so they have a lot of ways of stalling this out. Nice wall coming in from ID, the split off both Surefour and Rib. They don't have the fall through on it, though. And here we go, Sound Barrier coming out here. ID still holding on to Blizzard because C9, they haven't committed to the point just yet. But here comes the Blizzard, it's coming in. He's just looking for Rib. Rib, no way out of that. First pick off on the fight to the side of Liquid. And Liquid grinding this out, they should be able to push back C9, but C9 has 4 minute hex to bring this through. That's a long time to defend.
Yeah, I mean, I talked a little bit like a minute ago about how their target selection might be just need to be more coordinated, and it's actually not even Liquid's fault. Every time they focus a target, Kai pops around the corner and gives them an allied shield. It has been every single fight. They solo Earthshattered Mendo and got him on the ground, didn't kill him because Kai just popped around, yeah, saved him with an allied shield, and here comes the Death Blossom on the side too. So it is back and forth 5v5 right now.
AZK just melted down by Kai having none of AZK's shenanigans. Mendo able to get pick off on the back line, but here comes Rafa! The Graviton and self-fall through. A 4K for Rafa to clean that up in a situation where Liquid was looking kind of beaten there. The early picks did not go in their favor, but Rafa says, you know what? I'm going to be my own hero with my own ultimate. So big plays from Rafa to keep Team Liquid in it.
Yeah, the Fire Strike snipe on the way out too. There's something so satisfying about watching long distance Fire Strikes kill people. Maybe it's the ragdoll animations at the end, but they are going to come in. Here comes another Wolf. It seems like Mendo's had one up every single fight.
He is the master of wolves right now, but Liquid, they take down Rib early on. Rafa, the counter melting, takes down Kai here, and Rafa been having himself a good last 2 fights. Wolf perhaps going to fall here, depending on how far Liquid wants to fall through, and they will get that extra pick. And take a look, Rafa, 30% away from new Graviton. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left here for C9. They still have a lot of time, but Liquid definitely settling into a good groove.
And they found their feet. They're stabilizing a little bit. So much so that there is going to be some switch-ups here on this Cloud9 offense. Mendo is going to come up on the Pharah, but not supported by Mercy. So it's going to be on Wolf to use that single target healing, keep him alive. But I do like to try to take the high ground and bully them off, at least with a concussion blast or the like.
Mendo is going up over the top, and they're right, there's no McCree or anything here that's really going to give him trouble. I actually would have liked to see a switch up earlier, but here comes C9. Sound barrier on the ready. They're going to be met, though, by Rafa's Graviton. It keeps them in the corner, and they're going to get mopped up once more. Rafa and AZK going in. The sound barrier not doing enough to protect them. And what a last few fights from Rafa, still piling it in. Good Graviton that last fight, in C9 now down to their final 2 minutes, so they came in just swaggering with all sorts of time, but now they're really on the hot seat.
I like what Liquid is doing. They're changing the pacing of this fight. They're deciding when ultimates are cast on both sides. The jump into the backline by, they had a Winston player momentarily, jumped into the backline, followed up with Rafa over there too, forced out that sound barrier in a bad position, able to clean it up afterwards too, so they're not letting things happen to them, they're making things happen.
All right, well, here comes Liquid once more, rushing the C9. Surefour, though, has gotten his way to the back line, holding on to Death Blossom, taking the long way around, going to take down the Hang. He's lost 3 teammates already, though, so I don't know if he wants to blow this here. I think he's just going to go to the top, wait a little bit. Kaikai's going to have Graviton for the next fight, so C9 saving a lot of ults for this next fight. And you look at it, this is definitely their window, Hex. This is going to be their best opportunity to win this map.
They should win this fight by all rights. They're going to have everything. They're going to have resurrections. They're going to have 2 shots at it. They already have people in on the entry. Both TPS already on the shuttle. This should be a fight that Cloud9 wins. They've been setting up for it.
Well, let's take a look at the Hang. Is the Hang going to land a good sleep dart here? He does land the nade onto his team that's stuck in the Graviton, but Mendo coming in over the top, takes down 2. Surefour dropping off, grabbing another 2 with the aid of Kaikai, and this should be it. The ult advantage is too much for Liquid to deal with in the end, and C9 going the road to victory here on map number 1, Watch Point Gibraltar.
Into a Death Blossom to clean up any stragglers who were able to hide up under the bridge. Another Sleep Dart from Wolf found its target, so everyone playing very well there. That is going to be Cloud9 taking Gibraltar away from Liquid in this best of 5.
Again, C9 looking stronger than they did yesterday. Gotta love the new strength coming out of this team, and I love the part where normally we get to see play of the game and all the rest with the new time bank system, yet players still just bring it to lobby. Or actually, you brought it to lobby. You're the villain here. Kaikai was right.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're on Team Kaikai. I see how it is. I see how it is.